Hello there, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be talking about the software, the blockchain development roadmap. So when starting out a career, especially in the tech space, there's always this roadmap you probably need to be aware of. And if you are not aware of that, sometimes it can make your journey a lot more difficult. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the blockchain development roadmap. I'll be walking you through, sharing my screen with you to show you some of the roadmap you should consider to make your journey much easier. So without talking too much, let's dive right in your journey as a blockchain developer. Here are some of the things you should be aware of. First of all, you need to have some basic knowledge of programming. That will help your journey a lot, because I've had questions where people ask me if it's necessary to have been developing before or have programming knowledge before going into blockchain. The answer is it's going to make your life a lot easier if you have that prior knowledge, because what we are doing on the blockchain space is nothing completely new, apart from the fact that we are learning more, building more on top of our existing knowledge by learning about what decentralization is about, what the blockchain is about. And then, so as part of your journey, if you have that basic knowledge, good and fine. And the next thing you want to learn is to start learning, having some general knowledge of the blockchain. So as far as general knowledge goes, you need to have some knowledge of what these things are talking about, and then you now want to have a blockchain specific knowledge, so blockchain domain. So depending on the blockchain you're interested on or you're interested in building on top of, is good. That's going to determine which smart contract language you're going to be learning next. So things you should also take note of as part of the general knowledge is to have knowledge of decentralized storage, different centralized storage that are available. This is also determined. This is also based on the blockchain you want to work on. Each blockchain have their own kind of decentralized storage that they use, or even oracles. Like some blockchain have their own oracles that they are using. So, but generally, I think this decentralized storage available can serve every other blockchain. So most other blockchains make use of each of these decentralized storage that are available. Say you want to use an IPFS, for instance, almost all the blockchains make use of IPFS. And yeah, so now if you decide to pick EVM, for instance, EVM has a lot of L2s and other blockchains that are built on top of EVM. So that being said, so if you are building on EVM, you probably want to learn Solidity or Viper, depending on your choice of language. So if you are already familiar with Python, Viper will be a good choice. But if you're familiar with JavaScript or TypeScript, Solidity will be a good choice for you as well. So for that, you're not learning everything. So don't be scared of this roadmap. You're not learning everything yet. You're only just picking one of them. So especially the ones that are tick blue, you just pick one of them. So now this Oracle session is not compulsory. You work with all the oracles that are out there. You just pick one of the oracles that you want to build on top of. And that's, you even start talking about Oracle as you progress, not even as you are starting. So when you get to maybe like your intermediate knowledge, having some intermediate knowledge of the blockchain, that's when you want to even start considering oracles. And in terms of toolings that you can build with, like for your deployment and your testing of your smart contracts, you want to consider ADAT or Foundry, Truffle, Brownie. So depending on the language you're familiar with, each of these tools will serve you well. And this, like I said, this is common with the EVM blockchain. So if you are building on Solana, you won't be needing any of these in this section here. So yeah, if you come down to this section, these are like testing tooling. So if you want to go dive deeper into tests, so these are some tools that can help you with that, with security stuff. And so majority of these things too are still EVM supported stuff. And if you want to do, yeah, so let me go down. So you need to have the knowledge of Git, because anything you are doing, you're most likely going to be using the version control system for pushing, forking repos and stuff like that. So in terms of interacting with your smart contracts, you probably want to have some knowledge of JavaScript, and that's why I said having prior knowledge will be very helpful. So assuming you were a builder before and you already know how to write JavaScript, so coming down to the blockchain, you don't have to come and start learning JavaScript. You just have to apply that JavaScript knowledge you already have into interacting with your smart contract. So assuming you want to become a full stack blockchain developer where you write smart contracts and also interact with the smart contract, then this knowledge will also be very, very important, because you need to understand some of the tools, clients, libraries that are available for you to interact with your smart contract. And the popular among them is Ether.js, there's Web3.js, and Moralis. So depending on the one that you like to use, you can pick any one of them. So you're not like learning everything. So these are client node for people that want to run node. So this session might not even concern you until probably as you move on and you feel like you need to run a node or stuff like that. And for the applicability, this session is just for you to like determine or decide which kind of application you want to build, what you want to build. Is it DeFi, is it DAO, is it NFT? So these things you get to learn more by the time you dig deep into each of them and know what your application is about. That's what's going to determine your focus in this area. And as far as running an RPC node, I have a previous video where I talk about running a node using Alchemy. So when you're building decentralized applications, you need to interact with your dApp, with your decentralized app, by using a node service, except you're working with locals. So other than that, you will need to like create an RPC node using Alchemy, Infura, or QuickNode. I have videos for both QuickNode and Alchemy, so you could check that out so that you can get your RPC ready for you to use in your application. So yeah, that's pretty much it. In summary, this roadmap looks long, but it's not that long, in the sense that if you just take what I'm going to tell you, your life will be much easier. First of all, having that prior basic knowledge of programming is a plus. And then starting out, you just need to learn, like have a general knowledge of the blockchain, what the blockchain is about, the use case, why do we need a blockchain, what are consensus, and all those stuff. You get to learn them, learn about security, learn about storage, decentralized storage, and then coming down to pick a particular blockchain that you want to build on top of, and learning about the ecosystem projects and tools available in that blockchain, and learn the smart contract language that is used by that particular blockchain and how they interact with their smart contract. So if you can do that, then you are on your way to becoming a blockchain developer. And after doing that, you want to like start practicing, and that will bring us to going into participating in hackathons. I have a video for that, so you could check that out. And resources, learning resources, if you feel like now that you have gotten this roadmap, which resources can I use to learn? So I have another video that talks about the learning resources to becoming a blockchain developer, and many other resources, many other videos I have there that are very useful and helpful for you or to you in this journey. Alright guys, thank you very much, and I hope you have learned something from this video. I believe by now you should know what to expect, the things you should look out for when you're starting out your career as a blockchain developer. And I believe that with this roadmap walkthrough, your journey will be much easier. So if you found this video helpful, if you found it useful, if you learned anything from the video, please do it to subscribe to my channel and like the video, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.